एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल द सोलफुल डायरी। आज के वीडियो में हम सादत हसन मंटो के वर्क काली सलवार के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। इससे पहले जितनी भी वीडियोस हमने सादत हसन मंटो की डिस्कस की हैं उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में। चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की वीडियो। चलिए अब स्टोरी को डिस्कस करते हैं। सुल्ताना, a small town prostitute and her pimp Kudar Baksh migrate to Mumbai, bringing with them their dreams and meager belongings. She is moved by the life in big city but is unable to find any clients, and Kudar Baksh too is unable to churn an income. Sultana finds herself bereft and turns pensive. Her loneliness and despair get objectified in her desire for the Kaali Salwar that she needs to complete her black ensemble for the observance of mourning in Muharram. One evening, she solaces and beckons Shankar, who charms her with his wit and humor. Sultana requests her for the Kali Salwar and he asks her for her imitation earrings in return. In due course, Shankar provides for the Kali Salwar she desires only for Sultana to find that he had merely exchanged her earrings for salwar of another prostitute. The two women meet, and in a moment of silence that ensues becomes aware of what has happened. Themes. The main themes in Sadat Hassan Manto's Kali Salwar are the hypocrisy of society towards marginalized women, the struggle for dignity and respect, and the exploitation of themes like gender, migration, and the emotional toll of poverty. The story examines the dichotomy of a woman's public identity and her private desires, especially in the context of societal judgment and the harsh realities faced by sex workers like the protagonist Sultana. So, societal hypocrisy. The story criticizes society's simultaneous exploitation of and condemnation for women in marginalized roles, particularly sex workers. It highlights how women are judged and devalued while their vulnerability is exploited. Quest for dignity and respect. A central theme in the search for is the search for dignity. Despite the hardships and societal condemnation, the characters are portrayed as human beings with desires, feelings, and a yearning for respect. The story gives a choice to those who are ignored and devalued by the mainstream. Gender and social exclusion. Manto explores the harsh realities of gender and social exclusion, particularly the effects of migration and economic hardship on women. Sultana's story illustrates how women's modesty and dignity are often tied to our socio-economic status and the power of dynamics of a patriarchal society. Isolation and connection. The narrative highlights the profound sense of isolation experienced by characters like Sultana, even while they navigate brief, fleeting moments of human connection or kindness from others. Challenging the Madonna Hopeful binary. The story challenges the traditional notion that a woman is either pure and worthy of respect or fallen and deserving of shame. By showing the complexity of Sultana's character and her participation in religious rituals, Manto blurs these lines and suggests that a sex worker can have spiritual value and emotional depth. Symbols. Sadat Hassan Manto's story, Kali Salwar, is a poignant tale of Sultana, a sex worker who desires a simple black garment for the month of Muharram and her struggle to maintain dignity and faith amidst poverty and exploitation. The story subverts social conventions by portraying a marginalized woman with complex emotions and spiritual longings that society denies her. Sultana moves from Ambala to Delhi with her pimp and partner Khuda Baksh in search of better business. However, life in the metropolis is difficult and the struggle financially as Sultana finds few clients and Khuda Baksh fails to earn an income. The black silver, the central symbol, represents Sultana's deepest human yearnings, dignity, and respect in a profession that strips her of her dignity. The salwar is a physical manifestation of the self respect and spiritual observance she longs for, identity, and humanity. By participating in the solemn religious rituals of Muharram, Sultana asserts her humanity and connection to her faith, challenging the idea that her profession makes her impure. Spiritual versus material. The black garment shows that her desires are not merely transactional or material but spiritual, juxtaposing her sacred inner life against her profane public one. The earrings. The earrings represent a transaction of trust and intimacy, but Shankar reduces it to a more exchange between two women, betrayal. The moment Sultana sees her earrings on Mukhtar, she realizes Shankar's empty promises and betrayal, which is understood through a silent look between the women. Shared exploitation. The earrings symbolize the shared objectification and exploitation that connects Sultana and Mukhtar, transcending the superficial rivalry of their profession. The city of Delhi. The city symbolizes the harsh and alienating urban environment where Sultana finds herself displaced and economically marginalized. Despair. In contrast to her previous life in Ambala, Delhi represents financial and personal despair, where her life and hopes appear to stagnate. Isolation. The urban setting emphasizes Sultana's isolation and loneliness, amplifying her pensive and hopeless state. थैंक यू। आई होप आज की वीडियो आपको पसंद आई। कैसी लगी हमें कमेंट करके बताएं और हमें ये भी कमेंट करके बताएं अगर कोई डाउट्स या सजेशंस हो। अगर वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल। मिलते हैं कल एक और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियो के साथ शाम 4 बजे। टिल देन कीप वॉचिंग एंड कीप सपोर्टिंग द सोलफुल डायरी। थैंक यू।